Hi there! Today's video is all about love across cultures. Relationships can be challenging, but when you add cultural differences into the mix, things can get even more complicated. However, embracing cultural diversity can be one of the most rewarding experiences in a relationship. In this video, we'll be sharing some practical tips on how to navigate and embrace cultural differences in relationships. Whether you're in a cross-cultural relationship or simply interested in learning more about how to embrace diversity, this video is for you. So let's get started. Embracing diversity in relationships is essential, especially when it comes to cultural differences. It's important to understand that cultural differences are not something to be feared or avoided, but rather embraced and celebrated. Every culture has its unique customs and traditions that play an essential role in shaping our personalities and behavior. Cross-cultural relationships offer an excellent opportunity to learn and explore new cultures. You can share and learn about different foods, music, art, and beliefs, and in doing so, gain a better understanding of your partner's cultural background. Being open and accepting of these differences will not only enhance your relationship, but also promote tolerance, respect, and inclusivity. Different cultures also have unique ways of expressing love and affection. For example, in some cultures, physical touch, such as holding hands or hugging, is considered an essential way of expressing love. In contrast, in other cultures, verbal communication and showing appreciation through small gestures, like bringing home a thoughtful gift or preparing a favorite meal, can be just as meaningful. It's crucial to be mindful of these differences and understand that there isn't a universal standard for expressing love and affection. Instead, we should learn to appreciate and respect these differences and try to understand and celebrate our partner's unique way of expressing love. One of the best ways to embrace cultural diversity in your relationship is by learning about your partner's culture. It's essential to understand your partner's cultural background, as it helps you gain a better appreciation for who they are and what they value. It also helps you understand that their customs and beliefs, which can be vital in navigating any cultural differences that may arise. So, what can you do to learn more about your partner's culture? Well, the first step is to ask questions and show genuine interest in their cultural background. Ask them about their favorite traditions, foods, and ceremony. You can also ask about their family's history and how it influenced their upbringing. These conversations will help you gain a deeper understanding of your partner's culture and show them that you care. Another great way to learn about different cultures is through books, movies, and documentaries. Reading books written by authors from your partner's culture can give you valuable insights into their way of life and what they value. You can also watch movies and documentaries that showcase different aspects of their culture. This can help you learn about the history, art, music, and traditions of their culture. Attending cultural events and festivals is also an excellent way to learn about different cultures. You can also attend cultural exhibits at museums and galleries, or visit historical sites to learn more about your partner's culture. Remember, the key to learning about your partner's culture is to approach it with an open mind and willingness to learn. By showing genuine interest and curiosity, you'll not only gain a deeper appreciation for your partner's culture, but also strengthen your relationship by building a deeper connection with them. Communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and in cross-cultural relationships, it's even more critical. Open and honest communication is essential to navigate any cultural differences that may arise and ensure that both partners feel heard and understood. It's essential to acknowledge and discuss any cultural differences that may affect your relationship openly. This can include things like family dynamics, communication styles, or beliefs about gender roles. It's important to be respectful and open-minded during these conversations, and to avoid making assumptions about your partner's cultural background. Effective communication in cross-cultural relationships requires active listening and a willingness to learn. Active listening means paying attention to what your partner is saying and asking clarifying questions to ensure that you understand their perspective. It's also crucial to avoid interrupting or dismissing their feelings, even if you disagree. Nonverbal communication can also be an essential part of cross-cultural communication. Let's look at some differences. In Western cultures, like the US and Western Europe, maintaining prolonged eye contact during a conversation is seen as a sign of respect and encouragement. Also, confident eye contact is highly valued in Spain, Greece, and Arab countries, as it shows interest in what someone is saying. However, in East Asia, Latin American, and African countries, avoiding eye contact is a sign of respect and humility. Even more, in Finland and Japan, people may feel embarrassed by prolonged eye contact, Also, in some indigenous cultures, like many First Nations cultures in Canada, direct eye contact can also be seen as impolite or challenging, and it's more respectful to maintain a lower gaze or to avert one's eyes. In Muslim countries, eye contact can even have a gender dimension. It's important for male and female employees to avoid too much eye contact, while strong eye contact between two males or two females is a sign of trust. It's important to remember that these cultural differences exist on a continuum, and what is considered acceptable eye contact can vary greatly from place to place. Body language can also vary widely across different cultures. For example, some cultures may use more physical touch during conversation as a way of expressing warmth, affection, and connection during conversation. In some Latin American and Middle Eastern cultures, it's common to use physical touch like hugs, kisses on the cheek, and handshakes during greetings and conversations. Similarly, in many African and Mediterranean cultures, physical touch is an important part of social interaction, and it's common to touch or hold hands, pat someone on the back, or give a friendly embrace during conversation, while others may prefer to keep a greater distance. For example, in many Northern European cultures like Sweden and Finland, similarly in some East Asian cultures like Japan and Korea, people tend to stand farther apart during conversations and avoid physical touch, as they value personal space and privacy. Tone of voice can also play a significant role in cross-cultural communication. In the Netherlands, Scandinavia, Germany, and in all of Eastern Europe, also in Australia, and in the US, people prefer a more direct, assertive tone, whereas Japanese, Chinese, Indians, and Saudi Arabians prefer a softer, more indirect approach. Let's look at facial expressions. Did you know that in different cultures, smiling can be explained differently? According to a study, smiling faces were seen as more intelligent in Germany and Switzerland, but in Japan, India, and Iran, they were recognized as less intelligent. However, most cultures see smiling as a sign of honesty, with countries like Switzerland, Australia, the Philippines, and Colombia finding it particularly trustworthy. Also, nodding your head can have different meanings in different cultures. While in most societies, nodding your head means agreement or approval, in some cultures, such as parts of Greece, Bulgaria, and Turkey, nodding your head actually means no. And in many Asian cultures, the head is considered a sacred part of the body where the spirit resides, so it's important to avoid touching someone else's head. It's fascinating how cultural differences can even affect such a simple gesture. It's important to be aware of these differences and ask your partner about their expectations. It's essential to understand that cultural differences can be a source of strength and growth in a relationship. However, these differences can also lead to misunderstandings and conflicts if not handled with respect and sensitivity. To build a strong and healthy relationship, it's crucial to respect each other's differences and approach them with an open mind. This means being open to learning about your partner's cultural background, beliefs, and values. It also means avoiding stereotypes or assumptions about their culture. One way to show respect in cross-cultural relationships is being open-minded and non-judgmental. It's easy to make assumptions or judgments based on cultural differences, but this can be damaging to your relationship. Instead, try to approach each situation with curiosity and a willingness to learn. Remember that your partner's cultural background is a vital part of who they are, and it's important to respect and celebrate these differences. In summary, respect is a crucial aspect of any relationship, but it's even more important in cross-cultural relationships. By showing genuine interest, avoiding stereotypes, being open-minded, and communicating openly, you can build a strong, healthy, and fulfilling relationship with your partner, regardless of cultural differences. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.